Hey dudes, what's going on? My name is WMG, and as promised, I'm doing a DIY carbon slash GFO reactor video. So there it is, complete. I took it out because I'm just going to clean it out. Thought I might as well do the video now. So on it, I've got a little Marina S15 pump on it. Let me show you guys here. Alright, it's an S15 pump. It's small. You don't really need something with a whole lot of flow. You just need something that'll force water through the filter media. Alright, so I have some elbows here that I got from Home Depot that run all the way down to the bottom of the reactor. You'll need one to go all the way to the bottom, and that'll be your input so that it'll flow from the bottom up. And then the elbow you have on the top will be for the output. I'm gonna take it off right now so I can show you what I mean. Alright, so you can see on one hole, that's a tube that goes all the way down to the bottom. Let me just remove this. That's it. So that tube goes all the way down to the bottom, right? And then that's the one for the input, so water will flow upwards. You can't see very clear right now, but there's actually a chamber at the bottom that I made, just so that it wouldn't get clogged. I guess it's pretty essential. Let me take the sponge out now, and there's the GFO. You can't see it really, it's too dark to see. Alright, let me go ahead and dump out the media. There we go. Okay. So basically, this thing's only really made from a medicine bottle that I got from my girlfriend. You could use pretty much anything, but you want to make sure that it's, for the most part, watertight and large enough to hold your media. That's basically the only two components that's really important. And just rinse that out. And there it is, just the medicine bottle with the cap on. That's a new cap that I found, just so you know what it actually looks like. But that doesn't really matter. So here is the bottom. This is what splits the top from the bottom. This is what I use for the actual input. This is where the water initially goes. It goes all the way down to the bottom. This is just made from a slightly smaller, a slightly smaller medicine bottle that I just cut up and just put in the bottom. You see how that fits nicely? Now you can basically find anything. I mean, you could even put just a sponge at the bottom just to make sure that it doesn't get clogged. Alright, so just drop that in there, and then just do something to straighten it out. That's the tube that goes all the way down to the bottom. So you just straighten it out. Okay, just push that down. Alright. Then I put the tube. You see how that splits the bottom so that there's holes in it so that the water can go up. Now this. Make sure this tube goes right in the large hole. Here. Okay, I got it. Okay. Alright, so I use a sponge, right? And I put the sponge onto the tube because I like it passing through the sponge so that the filter media doesn't actually go down into those holes. So I just put the tube inside the large hole and then press. Let me just use it. Hold on a second, pressing the sponge down really quick. And there it is with the sponge down and the tube inserted. Okay, now you just want to make sure that the tube won't get clogged and there's space at the bottom so that water flow does not get impeded by anything. Here is the carbon that I use. I actually just use a more affordable carbon that I just get off of eBay, about I don't know, $14 for like 7 pounds. I think in the future I'm going to go ahead and experiment with making my own carbon because, you know, to be honest, it's expensive, and anything that I can do to save some cash in this hobby, I'm probably going to find a way to do it. So all I do is I pour it in. Don't forget to put those sponges in there. I like to use the sponges to secure everything, so that way, so the carbon doesn't grind itself into dust. Now I'm just going to go ahead and tap it down just to make sure it's all the way down. Alright, and you know, I think for this time, I'm going to go ahead and just put the GFO inside and just mix it together. I'm going to go ahead. Maybe do a little experiment and see how that actually affects the aquarium. I heard that it's alright, but there can be some cases where the GFO solidifies. But I heard that's okay if you mix it with the carbon. So I'm going to go ahead and try it. I might actually do that because it is kind of a hassle to split everything up with sponges. Here's my GFO that I use. I got off of eBay again. Pretty cheap, like maybe $10 for 2 of these bags, by the way. I'm just going to pour it in and then shake it and make sure I get the minimum amount that I need, or more, at least the minimum amount. And there it is, all done and packed together, nice and cozy. Turn on the light for you. Alright, you see how that's mixed in there? I'm just capping the hole just so that I don't get anything in there. I'm using a light that's attached to the camera. That's why it just got brighter. But I'm not really going to be using that too much because, frankly, man, that light sucks the battery dry, man. So I won't be using that too much. For the next videos, I'll probably get maybe a little LED set just to brighten it up a little bit. Just bear with me. Okay, so after that, what you're going to do is just cover the top with another sponge. I make a little hole just so you can fit this, the pipe. Okay, alright, make sure it's secure. And then I'm going to take the cap. Where's the cap off? I'm going to take the cap and put it on. And one of them has to go into the tube, of course. That'll be the input. Don't make some up because then your media will start flushing out. Okay? Just make sure it's in there. Okay. Cap it. Now this for being a medicine bottle, it has a pretty good amount of space and pretty good amount of seal. But I keep it completely inside the aquarium anyway, just because I do not want the pump to accidentally pump all the water out of my sump. Alright guys, so that's about all the time that I have for today. Please leave a comment below if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I want to ask you guys a question again. Do you guys use carbon and GFO? How do you use it? Do you use a reactor or a bag? I want to know. And the size of your aquarium. And as always, don't forget to wait up for the next video, guys. Later.